Good morning, students. Just before we start today's class, at a glance, what we have studied in the last class. I hope you all have kept your book open. So let us see. Water is a renewable natural resource. Water occurs in nature as solid, liquid, and gas. Various sources of water in the nature are oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, ponds, wells, and springs. As you all know also, water is very important for animals, plants, and for many other activities also, like your industrial or your agricultural purposes. In nature, water occurs both in the free as well as combined state or forms. Three states of water are ice, solid ice, liquid water, and gas, water vapor. The change of any physical state of water into another, like a solid to liquid or liquid to gas, and also from back by changing the temperature, like gas to liquid and liquid to solid. That means by changing the temperature, that is called what? Interchangeability of states of water. And the continuous circulation of water in nature is called water cycle, and water cycle helps in regulating the weather on earth. This is what we have studied in the last class. Just at a glance we saw just now. Okay, so today's I'll start with the need for potable water. What is the need for potable water? What is potable water? Potable water means the water which is fit for drinking. That is called potable water. Alright. So, as you all know that water is very essential for all living organisms. Yes or no? So, if any polluted water is there, that means if any contamination in water is there, then that affects all the living organisms. Yes or no? That is why we need to drink the pure water. That means that water which is fit for drinking, that is called potable water. Alright. Now, as you all know also that polluted water, if we drink the polluted water, what will happen? Then many diseases are caused. Yes or no? You have seen also, especially in rainy season, when water becomes maximum polluted, we suffer from typhoid, gastroenteritis, hepatitis, that is your jaundice, diarrhea, skin disease. These all are caused during rainy season. Yes or no? So these are caused due to what? Due to the contamination of air, due to the polluted water. Contamination of water. That means due to the polluted water, due to the drinking of polluted water. Now, contamination of water, contamination of rivers, lakes. How they are contaminated? With heavy metals like lead, which is very harmful for our health. Mercury, copper, nickel, that can harm both the aquatic animals and human beings. Alright. The rainwater runoff may contaminate the water. How? Contaminated water in rivers, lakes, ponds. How? With the use of too much of fertilizers or too much of pesticides. Because fertilizers are what? Fertilizers are none but chemicals. So too much of chemicals, if they are used, then they contaminate the water. Yes or no? And then that water becomes unfit for drinking. Alright. Now, water, how do you know that what are the properties of drinking water? So, drinking water means the potable water. Alright. So what are the properties of drinking water? That should be colorless and odorless. It should not contain any suspended impurity. Suspended means flowing, floating materials, for floating impurities, any harmful germs. Okay, it should not also contain large quantity of salts. Because you see, can you drink the sea water? No. Ocean water? No. Why? Because sea water and or the ocean water is too much of salty. Yes or no? That is why we cannot drink the sea water or the ocean water. That means if it contains large quantity of salts, that also is not fit for drinking. Yes or no? Any harmful salt, it should not contain, like nitrates or cyanides, which is very much poisonous. And urea is used for what? For as a fertilizer. Yes or no? So they are very harmful for drinking. Alright, so the drinking water should not contain these things. Now, water containing the pollutant. What is the pollutant? That means those materials which pollute the water. Alright, which contaminate the water, pollute the water. In small amounts can be treated to make it fit for human consumption. That means for the use. Consumption means use. Okay. How? By removing the suspended impurities. How the suspended impurities can be removed? Suspended means, I said, no, floating, those which float. So sedimentation. We have already learnt about what is sedimentation, decantation, no? How the impurities, those which are insoluble in the solvent, how they are removed from the solution. We have studied that. So that is called sedimentation. Okay, so sediment, the suspended particles, suspended impurities can be removed by sedimentation, and after that filtration. And microorganisms, that means the germs present in water, how they are destroyed by aeration and chlorination. Aeration, that means passing air in pressure. If we pass air in pressure with high pressure, if we pass air, then all the germs can be killed. And also by chlorination. Chlorination means in the water we put chlorine, because chlorine kills the germs. Alright, next is your purification of water at home. How water is purified at home? Simply you cannot, you can use your common sense also. How water is purified at home? First of all, we can boil the water. Yes or no? By filtration also we can do, if the suspended particles are there. Yes or no? Then we use the filter. How we use the filter? Like using the fine muslin cloth. Alright, so that is your filtration. Villages, alright, or in small towns, public water is not available. So what they do? They get their water from wells and palm springs, or from the rivers and lakes. They are not getting the public supply water. They don't get. So they take out water from those sources of water, and then they made it fit for drinking or for cooking purposes by filtration. Alright, so by using the muslin cloth, they filter the water so the suspended particles can be removed. So then the second step is by boiling also. That filtered water what they have got, now that can be made jam free by boiling for 10 to 15 minutes before cooking. Alright, or before drinking water. Then by treating with some chemicals, sometimes the filtered water once again can be made germ-free by adding small quantity of any chemicals like potassium permanganate, alright, or bleaching powder or chlorine tablets. These are available in the market, no? So the filtered water is treated with these chemicals to free it from germs, alright. Then by exposing water to ultraviolet radiation, though that filtered water once again can be made germ free by exposing to ultraviolet radiation. Nowadays water purifiers are available now. Every house you can see the water purifier, yes or no? So domestic level water can be purified by filtering it through layers of gravel. Gravel is small, very small stones, okay, a sand and charcoal, and boiling it before use. Now see how it is done. There are different pots are there, porous pots are there, and their first stage is gravel is there, sand is there, charcoal is there, and then one by one step they go, and then we get the pure water. Alright, in this way also domestic level water can be purified. Now domestic water filters and the purifiers, how they work. Special water filters or purifiers are used. Where? Everywhere. Now in schools also, offices also, homes also, to purify water. And the simplest form of domestic water filter contains porous pot. Porous pot is made of clay or ceramic. Alright, these porous pot acts as filter. Those pots are acts as filter. Alright, and then removes all the suspended impurities from the water. This filter must be cleaned periodically, one by one. Periodically means time to time it should be cleaned, alright, or replaced after a long time. Alright, now water purifiers, apart from removing the suspended impurities, also remove the what? Also remove the harmful salts. How the harmful salts are removed? By ion exchange resins. Alright, ion exchange resins and kill the harmful microorganisms. How? By ultraviolet radiation. Such purified water once again filtered through microfilters before it is delivering for drinking. Alright, this is how you see different types of water purifiers are there. Nowadays every house, every offices we can see. Alright, next is here how water is purified for city supply. That means we get the supplied water, no? So how there the water is purified. Now how it is done? From natural sources like the rivers. Okay, they contain many impurities because already we have studied, no, water is universal solvent, no? It can dissolve so many of particles. So many impurities are there. Whether the suspended impurities are also there, dissolved impurities are also there. So to make it fit for drinking, those impurities must be removed. Alright, so how they are removed? So depend upon the source of water. So big cities, people in big cities, how they get the purified water? Through a network of water pipelines. Alright, now what are the various steps? So first is your removal of suspended impurities. Suspended, once again I said float. Those the impurities which are floating. Alright, so water is pumped from a river or lake. From there water is taken into a large tank. Alright, there it is mixed with small quantity of alum. Why alum is used? Alum is used so that the settling can be done fast, alright, and allowed to stand for some time. Whenever the impurities, the solution is allowed to stand for some time, that is called sedimentation. Yes or no? And after that, sedimentation is always followed by decantation. Alright, so when it is allowed to stand for some time, what will happen? Suspended particles like clay or the leaves, all those things are there, they settle down slowly at the bottom of the tank. Yes or no? And the upper layer of water then sent for filtration. Means when it is separated, those upper layer, the pure water, even if it is not pure, but it doesn't contain now any suspended impurities, because suspended impurities are already settled down. Yes or no? Then upper layer of the water is sent for filtration. Now how the filtration is done? Once again there are thick layers of sand and gravel. Alright, so there what happens? Fine suspended impurities get removed. Those which are very fine, they are removed in that filtration tank. Alright, next is your aeration. I had told just now few minutes before that air under pressure is blown to the filtered water. That is called aeration. So it kills the harmful microorganisms. And then fourth step is your chlorination. Once again that filtered water, already aerated or water already we have got, then that is chlorinated. By how? By adding chlorine. Because chlorine kills the harmful germs. Then that chlorination water is done to make it free for all the harmful microorganisms. So this purified water, the purified and chlorinated water is then supplied to the users, that means the public, through a network of water pipelines. Alright, see the figure, the flow sheet, how it is done. Alright, one by one all the tanks are there. So first is your sedimentary tank, then your filtration tank, then your aeration tank, then finally the chlorination tank. Alright, one by one step is done, and finally at the homes through the network of pipelines, pure water is reached to the public. Alright, so now we'll do, just you see some oral questions are there. Which parameter is absorbed or evolved during the change of state of water? Energy. What is the continuous circulation of water in nature called? Water cycle. In what way water is essential for crops? By germination of the crops. Name a disease caused by the polluted water. Jaundice. Name a chemical used for making water free from all harmful microorganisms. Chlorine. Alright, so in the next video I'll tell you about water pollution.